Hey, today's November 7th, 2016, and I am starting on song number 1 on Suzuki's Cello School Volume 2 now. This song here is a repeat with some additional variation from Book 1. The song is Long, Long Ago by T.H. Bailey. So the regular sort of repeat of this song is 1 octave higher, I believe. I think I have the old song here, so maybe I can just reference that real quick so I know what I'm dealing with. This is Long, Long Ago. So in Book 1 it's song number 10. Yeah, I think it looks like it's 1 octave lower, but let's see what this sounds like. It starts on the G string, open string. Yeah, G string, open string. So that starts with a G. And on Book 2, it starts with G string 4th finger. So G, A, B, C, starts with a C. So actually it's not an octave higher, but probably in a different key. So this one starts off with the C here. Oh, I think I'm playing that off. Yeah, so I think it's just a little bit higher, but all the notes are pretty much similar with some additional dynamics. I'm looking between Book 1 and Book 2 here, and Book 2 has some additional dynamics in terms of the decrescendos and then coming back with a mezzo forte and then a forte after that. So you'll hear hopefully more dynamics in between this section here. It goes da, 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 da. Decrescendo, come back with forte. Piano. Back to forte. Yeah, so a little bit more dynamics there. And the interesting thing about this piece is the variation that is added on for Book 2. The variation it really has more, I guess, emphasis on the staccato bow stroke, which I haven't really practiced that much in Book 1, even though I see those dots underneath those notes, which sort of indicates a staccato. But I've been kind of, either not really paying attention to them or ignoring them, or not really. I'm sort of just stopping my bow. So, for example, in Book 1, Allegretto has those dots underneath the notes, and it's played dun, 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 dun. right, so that pattern of just going dun dun dun, I just sort of just pull the bow. I mean, I could try to emphasize it more of a stop. Dun, 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 dun. But I think that what those staccato bow strokes are supposed to be like is that I'm actually sort of releasing the bow from the string momentarily. So there's a bit of where the bow comes off the string and then comes back on. So let's see what that adding that more emphasis on staccato sounds like in the variation. Before we get to actually bowing the variation, I want to just start off with pizzicato in order to really sort of understand this melody, and hopefully that will help me with sort of memorizing the correct positions for the slur as well as the staccato as well. So it starts off with G string 4th finger, and these are all 8th notes here. So it goes dun 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 dun. So that's the first two measures of the song, and let's see if I can sort of as I'm plucking to sort of mentally keep track of what's the slur, which direction the bow is going, as well as which one has that staccato in which I'll try to go release, bow release, in order to make that sort of bouncy sound. So it goes starting from G string 4th finger, down bow, down, down, and then it goes up, up for the staccato, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So throughout this variation, the first two notes, the first two, and so 1 and 2 are slur, 1 and 2 are slurred, 3 and 4 are staccato up bows, and then we'll come back to down bows. 5 and 6 slur down bow, 7 and 8 staccato up bow. So that pattern repeats itself throughout this whole piece. So again, down, down, staccato, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Yeah, it's a little difficult to try to pluck and say at the same time, but if I'm able to get that to be natural, then hopefully with the bow it'll also click into place. So one more time here, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. Let's add in the bow here to try not to confuse myself too much. So we'll go here from the G string again. We'll go down. Let's try this slowly. Down, down, up, up. Yeah, as you see here, I don't have too much practice with trying to go, and my arm might be too exaggerated there on some of those staccato strokes. So it should be light, and it should be keeping the bow close to the string if possible, without having it bounce. So let's try that again. It goes down, down, up. So I guess I could just practice it, just try and could either be, you know, I'm trying to figure out if the correct playing is up, lift up, back, and then up again. So whether or not it should be that circular motion, or if I should approach it sort of similar, maybe a similar way as I do the slur, where I just continue using the rest of my bow, because I have a lot of bow here, to move it in that same direction. So if I go, the first two notes, it goes, I don't, I'm not going to move my bow anywhere different. I'm just going to continue from where it is to the second note. So maybe if I play the staccatos the same way, it will go dum, dum. So I'm traveling up bow, and then I'm going dum, 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 dum. So I'm traveling, dum, 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 dum. Yeah, so I think that makes me feel a little bit more coherent. So it's less of the up bow, come back, up bow. So less of this circular movement and more of just the bop, 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 bop. Continue to travel. I think that's how I'm gonna approach this. So yeah, let's see if we can run through this and see if we can, you know, control those staccato bow strokes. So again here. Yeah, so it's going to need quite a bit of practice, at least, to get those to be sort of smooth, and then I think I'll start off, you know, with that slower tempo and sort of progress to a higher tempo. Okay, let's try it at a little bit higher tempo, and you know, I usually try to tell myself not to sort of just play through the mistakes, but you know, sometimes I just want to, well, I kind of just want to get through it just to feel a little bit complete in doing so. So you know, might hear some mistakes and might be hitting the wrong strings. Those staccato up bows might not be the prettiest, but I really want to sometimes just let it play. So I'm going to try this variation piece at a, you know, moderate tempo, and let's see how it sounds. Yeah, so as you can hear, obviously made quite a few mistakes. Some of those staccatos, again, doesn't sound very clean. I'm almost like I'm not giving them the full duration that they should be, even though it's a sort of like you're sort of plucking it with your bow. It still shouldn't be cut short. So some of those staccatos should be like dun, 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 to be sort of given the same length as the regular notes. So dun, 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 dun. So I find myself when I'm doing at a faster pace, those staccato notes just get sort of cut short there, like it's almost like they're like 16th notes, or instead of 8th notes. But yeah, so one other thing I wanted to add into my practices, at least going forward, is to start working on the vibrato. So I haven't practiced too much on vibrato. Watched some videos on how other people sort of approach practicing the vibrato, or I mean learning the vibrato. So I guess I'll just sort of add that a little bit to each of my practice videos, just to help me keep track of where I am, and hopefully in review I can sort of see maybe some of the things that I can improve upon, or things that I might be doing a little bit incorrectly. So I'm gonna try to just develop a nice consistent tone on the D string, in which I'm gonna play the vibrato on. I kind of heard in one of the videos that it should be less of just the wrist rotating, but to sort of incorporate the whole arm in getting that vibrato. Just rotating the wrist is actually sort of a more easier in order to get the sound to come out. Because it's easier to just release here than to try to get this whole arm to work together. But I'm going to try to focus on making sure that I'm not just rotating that wrist. So let's try that. So after my index finger gets really tired, I'm going to try to move on to this middle finger here instead. Yeah, I'm finding myself starting to actually slide on the finger instead of having that hit the different contact points against the tip of my finger here. So I need to be aware of that. Let's move on to the third finger here. the pinky.